Hi everyone. Just wanted to touch base with you guys really quick because there are a couple things I'm seeing as I'm starting to grade outlines and then the paragraphs. Really quick, what I want to make sure that you understand is that the outline is a separate assignment from the paragraph. So what I'm getting from some of you is a paragraph that's submitted right here. This is actually just a little bit of space for this outline. So for you to receive full credit for this outline, you have to fill out all of these boxes. Basically, you're filling in this worksheet. If you are typing up here and basically just submitting your paragraph, one, you're submitting the paragraph to the wrong drop box, and two, you're not actually doing the outline. So that's number one. You need to make sure that you're doing the outline. As you're doing the outline, one of the things that I want to make sure that you are aware of is that I'm really looking to make sure that when you wrap up your conclusion, is that you're going back to your thesis. Remember that your paragraph, there is a writing prompt for it, and the writing prompt for this paragraph is right up here. And basically, it's how does Lou Gehrig use language to achieve his purpose in his farewell to baseball address? Right? So language that we're talking about and that we've been working with, this has to do with the rhetoric that we've been using, right? That rhetorical language. So when you went back to Unit 5, Week 2, and we looked at, sorry, I'm going to pull it up for you really quick. When you did this assignment and you looked at, um, sorry, not that one. When you looked at the rhetorical device, so you either picked out a simile, a metaphor, hyperbole, irony, anaphora. Some of you had epistrophe. You had those rhetorical devices listed right here. Then you pulled the example from the text. So that was your example from text, whatever you decided to use. And then you talked about how those things help to achieve the author's purpose, right? So this part of this rhetorical devices assignment should be used in writing that paragraph and filling out that outline. So if you have not done this, you absolutely need to make sure you do that first, right? So once you're done with that, you need to make sure in the outline that when you're talking about the quotes that you're pulling, that you're referring to a simile, a metaphor, some type of rhetorical device, and how using that rhetorical device has helped Lou Gehrig achieve his purpose, right? And we've talked about the purpose of his essay, or not his essay, but his speech several times. So, and if you haven't either been to Class Connect or if you haven't been paying attention in Class Connect, the purpose of his speech is to, right, he's speaking to his fans. So the purpose of that speech is to make sure that his fans understand that he has had this great life, and yet it really stinks that he's been diagnosed with this terminal illness. But he wants them to understand that he's very thankful for where he is. And he's also trying to make them feel better and be positive, right? He doesn't want them to be sad for him. He wants them to be happy that, hey, I've had this great life so far, right? So that's the point he's trying to get across to them. So you kind of have to keep that in mind when you're writing, okay? So your conclusion should discuss rhetoric, rhetorical devices, something like that, because that's what you should be writing about in your introduction. Okay. So for some of you, you're writing very nice information, or you have great paragraphs in the actual paragraph assignment that's due, but you're not talking about how he's using language. So some of you are getting the papers turned back to you because you're not writing to the prompt. So you have to make sure you're writing the prompt and you're discussing what we have discussed in class, right? So I'm just wanting to make sure that you're aware of that. So make sure that you're filling out the outline and submitting it to the outline box, right? So after that, when you are submitting the outline, you are then going to take that outline and you're going to write that for paragraph, right? So the outline is worth 10 points. The paragraph is worth 30 points. So that's two separate drop boxes that you need to make sure that you're using. So the paragraph outline is here. And then, I'm sorry, yeah, the paragraph outline is here and the actual paragraph is here. Okay. So two separate assignments. For those of you who are putting the paragraph here in the outline, I've sent it back to you and you have to fill this outline out to get credit. And then if you happen to have submitted a paragraph here, you have to make sure it's submitted here or you won't get points for it. Okay, I just wanted to clarify some of those things because I'm starting to see quite a few people making mistakes with that. And I'm also wanting to make sure that you know exactly what's going in that outline and what should be going into that paragraph as well. So if you have questions, please let me know.